Hello everybody, my name is Scatter. Welcome back to Divine Journey 2. So, when we left off, I had just kind of carved out this space for us here to build our big base. And at the moment, like I said, I don't really have plans for most of this space, but, as we do things like, launch rockets and, set up a bunch of magic, like the Thaumcraft infusion matrix and stuff, we're going to end up using up the area, I think. Maybe I will end up putting some excavators at the back there. We'll see. We'll scope out what the, mineral deposits over there are. But in any case, yeah, right now, this is about where I am with it. I have a bunch of the other machines from the old base on me here. And, for the moment, I'm not too worried about how I'm putting them down because I'm just kind of using them for my own purposes, right? Like I have these furnaces over here that I'm just using to smelt stuff up whenever I want to, rather than like actually using them for automation. But my plan is when we do get into automation, and I think the first thing I'm going to do is make an ore processing situation. That's something that I'm going to have to like kind of build like modularly. So I'll have like a setup for, here's ore processing, and then it goes into the drawers or the storage system in general and stuff. But anyway, I'm getting kind of ahead of myself because I don't think I'm going to get into any of that today. But as you can see, I did move over all of the drawers and I put a few extras down. There's room for more drawers here. And I have the ME system all connected up there. And something I have here is behind this wall, there's a toggle bus, and this switch can control the drawers being connected to the ME drives. So you have the controller up there that's powered. There's all the items in ME drives, right? And then the connection is between there. So if I turn that off and wait for that to reset itself, now I can't access the drawers through the ME system. And the reason I did that is so that I can see explicitly what is stored inside of the cells. So I'm sorting by number of items, so I can see I have a lot of coal ore, I have a lot of coal, so those are good candidates for moving over to the drawers because, you can see I'm not actually using all of the drawer space here. And so the coal is actually, the compacting drawer is full, so I can either use another one for coal or I can make an upgrade for that. But that's kind of tedious, like cleanup work, so I'm not going to do that right now. I don't know why these calculating processors are here. I know that there is a drawer for those, so I'll just go ahead and move those over. There we go. But yeah, for the most part, I'll just leave that alone. But just so you guys know, that's kind of a system I have set up there for that. And we'll just flick that back on. So now I have access to everything, my 82,000 cobblestone included. So, okay, so today we're going to make some progress into thermal, which is super exciting. Love the thermal machines. There's lots of cool stuff to do there. And yeah, so let's get right on it. So I have some stuff on me to make some more machine machine frames, my bad. So I can make 6 more of those. That's all the RF powder I have. I did see someone recommending I store away some of the powder. I do have an RF, or not an RF, I do have a GP powder saved just in case I use the last of this. The RF powder, I don't see that as super necessary because you just make that this way. Like there's not like, if I use up my last RF powder, I have to start from scratch. Like it's not really a thing. It's just, this is the only recipe for it, right? So not a huge deal in that regard. But so I have 8 machine frames here. So what machines are we actually going to make today? Well, let me just go ahead and make them and then we can check out the quest log. So we have the Magma Crucible, we have the Fluid Transposer, and we have the Fractionating Still. And I need some gears for that, which I did set to make just a second ago. Fractionating Still. So there's that. So there's 3 really exciting items, and I also have the Induction Smelter here that I haven't put down yet. And I can do that. I can go ahead and do that over here. You can see I have this set up so, whatever I throw in here, enrichment chamber and the crusher, that can get just pulled out the back, and then this goes underground all the way over to this chest I have set up with an import bus. So I'll do a similar thing for the thermal machines here. And I can set up all 4 of them. Why not? And I guess I can just kind of do it this way. Sure. Okay, there. So the Magma Crucible and the Fluid Transposer are going to be working together a lot, so I'll put those down next to each other. Fractionating Still and stuff, maybe not so much, but it's fine. It's fine there for now, and I can throw some more item ducts down once we start actually using them. So let's have a look at the quests. So yeah, there's lots of stuff here to get into. There's a reinforced device frame here, so this is using all the thermal expansion devices. Oh, devices as opposed to machines, I see. Interesting. Usually don't need power to function. Okay. So that's, oh, platinum gear, so we have to get into platinum for that. So what is that actually used for? Aqueous accumulator, nullifier, thermal mediator. I don't actually know what any of those do other than the aqueous accumulator, which I think just generates water to pump out. But we have, I think from roots we had something that can do that, right? The Endervoir, so probably not going to be super useful. But there's some pyrotheum. Oh, this is all the dusts. Oh, damn. Right, okay. So, yes, okay. Well, I didn't realize we were going to have to be making all the dusts for this. But it's good, though. The dust is definitely useful. And we could do with a bunch of it. So I have enough on me to make a bunch of pyrotheum. Just blaze, redstone, and sulfur, all pretty easy to get. So there's a bunch of that. And then let's have a look. So if I just do dust, they're pretty easy to spot because of their animations. So that's just blizz powder, redstone, and snowballs. And let me just grab a couple stacks of redstone there. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? There's a couple stacks of redstone. Blizz, I have some blizz rods. I'll have to turn that into powder. Basalt's rods, and then... So blitz is the other one, right? So I have the rods. So what's going to be the most efficient way right now to turn these into powder? So I can get 2 from the crafting table, 4 from the crusher, 4 from the pulverizer, and a chance of getting a snowball back, but I don't really care about that. And then same with the sag mill. So yeah, I'll just throw them in the crusher for now. I don't have a thermal pulverizer yet, and the snowball is not of huge concern to me. So I'll just go ahead and do that. What is the situation with the other rods, though? So if I do that in a pulverizer, pulverized obsidian, also not something I care too much about. And as for the blitz, niter I think is also pretty easy to get. Let me have a look. So niter ore. Oh, right. You just crush gunpowder, and gunpowder is not so bad to get. So yeah, I'll just probably process all these in the crusher. I might wait to process most of the blitz until I do the pulverizer, but in any case, so we'll wait for that to smelt up there. And so what else do we need? So snowballs, some niter for that, and some pulverized obsidian. So okay, so it makes sense. They just kind of match up like that. But the thing that's coming after we do the powders is the Cinnabar ore, right? So we make Cinnabar. So if you look at Cinnabar, you can make that from Cinnabar ore. You just infuse it with gelid cryotheum. So gelid cryotheum, you just melt down cryotheum dust, and then you infuse that into Cinnabar ore. Right? So pretty easy. So there's our blizz powder. Do I actually have any snowballs? I do. And there we go. So there's 4 of those. Make sure that the quest registered it. Yep. So then we can just throw this. Gelid cryotheum is something that definitely comes in handy a lot. And let's look at the configuration here. Let's just turn all of this off, and that's on the right. So we want to output to the right. Okay. So one thing I don't know about thermal machines is like, what's the difference between, because blue is input, orange is output, and you can have them be both. I don't know what the black square is, but I can just shift click and turn it off, all but the right. Auto output enabled, and let's melt up the cryotheum. So that has the power running underneath it. That'll go into the fluid transposer, and then I want to input to the blue on the left here. I shouldn't need auto input. Yeah, it's going in there. And let's get some Cinnabar ore. So how much is that actually going to take? That is going to take, fluid transposer, 200 millibuckets. Okay, and each dust makes 250. So that's not bad. So I'm melting up 4 dusts, so that's going to be 5 Cinnabar ore. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we'll see what the... that's injecting there. We'll see what the Cinnabar is actually for in a bit. I do already know, but spoiler. But as for right now, I'll just eat the efficiency rather than waiting for the crusher there. I'll eat the efficiency and just do that. And then we can just get the quest knocked out, because I only need 2 for each. Put that away. I have the redstone, so I need a little bit of niter, which I have. Not quite sure where it came from. And then the other one was pulverized obsidian, which I have a bunch of. So I don't know why I took it all out. I'm only going to need 1 of each. Dust. Oh. There, and there. These powders are pretty cool, I think. I only needed the 2, but the petroleum dust like kind of acts as a crusher in the crafting table. Like, I don't know why you would ever use your resources on this, but it's cool. It's cool that it exists. It's like its own little ore doubling thing. The erothium dust, I guess, isn't really used for much other than making the mana dust. The mana dust is pretty useful, though. Like, we can finally make some more heart canisters with the hearts that we have. And then, oh, that's actually used for ME fluid storage as well, which I didn't realize, but that's pretty cool. Mirror. I don't know what the mirror is for, but it sounds cool. But the mana dust is going to be used for mithril, which I think is going to be our main use of it for a while. That should be the dust quest. Bring the vacuum cleaner, and then we get a bunch more of those. Oh, no, sorry, it's a choice. I think I have the least blizz, maybe? I'm not sure. But there's, so Cinnabar ore with liquid cryothium in the fluid transposer to get a bunch of Cinnabar. There's a couple other ways to get Cinnabar, but this is going to be the main way. So there's 20 of them. And we can get some more nickel ore. That is another way to get it. But now we can make platinum. So Cinnabar and nickel ore in the induction smelter, it gets platinum with a 100% chance, which is really, really cool. So normally you can get platinum dust, or pulverized platinum, I should say. It's like a chance output from some crushing procedures, right? So if you get iridium ore, there's a 10% chance of it. Nickel ore, there's a 10% chance of it. But with the Cinnabar, it's a 100% chance, like it said. So I have 20 of those. So let's grab 20, and then I just put the induction smelter down here, and that's the fractionating still, my bad. And just to make sure that nothing goes wrong there, turn all those off, and Cinnabar in, nickel in, and now we should get 20 platinum out of that. I don't think there's anything more useful that we can use the Cinnabar for. This is like a speed upgrade for thermal, which I'm not super worried about at the moment. I can smelt it into Quicksilver, but that's just, you can just smelt Cinnabar for that, so why would you do that? And then you can use it for some other stuff here, but this is just kind of, it's ore tripling, basically, but, you know, for a lot of these ores, I'm like post-scarcity, or like it's really easy to go set up another, you know, even ore quadrupling if you use some, the pyro concentrator here, but that's stuff that I'm not really concerned with right now. But there's our first bit of platinum, and we need 1 more for the quest. 1 more. There we go. So there's that. And a bunch of Osglow lapis is a really nice reward. But, right. So the other thing, so yeah, mithril, and we need some mana dust for that. So the way to make mana dust, as it said, is just to combine all the dust. Unfortunately, it's just 1-to-1 here. Or 4-to-1, I should say. 5-to-1 even. But, yeah, it's a lot. But let me just go ahead and put away most of this here that I'm not really going to need at the moment. So, or I think I actually do need those iron rods in a moment. Yeah, tin, those can go away. That can go away. I'll put the dust away too for now. And the platinum. Sure. Okay, so what I want to do is get my Inscribers, my like processor making setup from over here. That's one of the last things. This and the big multi-blocks. I'm not sure where I'm going to put these. I mean, I obviously have the space for them, but until I need them, I'm not going to bother moving it over. The crusher, I may not move at all because it's just kind of a worse version of something that we already have. But in any case, I'm going to grab, and this might fill up my inventory pretty fast. Oh, the Inscribers do stack, though. I didn't think that they would, but that's good. Ah. Okay, but I'll grab these. And my plan for these is I'm going to set them up on the right side where I had that thick cable running down, right? And the reason I want to set it up there is because these machines are all AE2 machines, which means they can be powered by the Fluix cables, right? And I actually did want to grab one more thing from here, and that is the charger that I actually haven't used yet, but I want to get it relatively automated in a minute here. Just grab that. Okay. So, right, that's a really bad way to get around. Yeah, so I want to set all these up over here. And I think it's going to be a lot easier to set up. So I can set these up without the hoppers, I think. Right? Maybe I should just use the hoppers, though. No, I think there's going to be a way to do without. I think there's going to be a way to do without. So I'm not sure how to lay this out yet. But one thing I know I want is, so let me just make sure this is powered. It's not. It is connected, but it's not powered. So I guess they do just need RF power, which is, oh, that's not a pickaxe. That's a shame, because I was pretty sure it would work without it. But I guess that was wrong. I think having them set up here is probably, I don't know if it's the move or not. So, I mean, I can have import buses on all of them and then export buses, and then it'll just use up the channels on this side of the controller. And then I won't have to worry about it. But okay, let me have a think. Let me design this out, and then come back with the finalization. So here's something really annoying. The charger can be powered with the Fluix cable, but the Inscribers cannot, even though it says they both take RF. So unless I'm missing something, please let me know if there is a way to just power the Inscriber with the Fluix cable. I haven't found a way. I connected it up the same way the charger is, and I haven't been able to get it to work. But anyway, for now, I'll just get the charger set up for the moment. So I'll make an export bus, and I will make an import bus. And I will show you what my plan is for that. So I assume, yeah, that's a good place for my pickaxe. Sure. I assume that what I can do is I can just have the charger. I can input on the top and output on the bottom, I think, for the charger. So what I can do there is I can pretty much put it wherever I want, right? And then I can have that there. So I want to import from the bottom. And I don't know why. I don't know why I thought that was going to work. I think I probably need to put it on before I place that cable, right? So export bus, import bus. Okay, so import bus goes right on there, and then that goes there. So now if I put anything in this charger, it should get imported to the system. So the charger, it charges Certus, and you need charged Certus to make Fluix. You need Fluix to make a bunch of stuff. So this is just regular Certus, and I have a bunch. I got it from an excavator. So I throw that in there. It'll charge up. Any second now. And did that work? Well, how many, okay, so if I look up charged Certus, I used all of this on Fluix earlier, so that does work. Just in case, I'm gonna whitelist this so it only imports charged Certus, but I think it just automatically only outputs charged Certus, but I'm gonna be on the safe side there. So similarly, I want to put an export bus on top, and an export bus, as you may imagine, is just the opposite of an import bus, and you can just use it to output whatever you want. So this needs to have some sort of whitelist in it, because otherwise it wouldn't know what to put out, right? So there's that. And as soon as I connect this up, it should start working as soon as it registers. So now just endlessly, it's going to just make charged Certus for me. And if I wanted to, I think I can put like a redstone card in here, and I can toggle it off. I can just break the machine as well. But for now, I'm just going to leave it, and I'm going to have it just making all of my Certus into charged Certus. And let's just look up Certus here. I have 2,675 Certus. And then those blocks, I think, are just from the compacting drawer, so it's not actually extra. If I do need more, I'm not sure what actually... Like, a lot of this stuff you can make with, like, any Certus. You know what I mean? A lot of this stuff I don't need as well. Yeah, accepts all Certus. So I think it's going to be fine. I'm not super concerned. But I definitely will need the charge service for fluids. But there's that automated, and I can just leave that going. And you can see here in the cable it's using 2 channels. So that's 1 channel for the export bus, 1 channel for the import bus. And then I should be using just a handful more channels for the inscribers, which I will set up right now. Okay, well, I think I was wrong about the charger accepting power from the Fluix. You know, just to confirm that it's not like something like it only takes power from the back. So yeah, it doesn't even connect up there. So yeah, it doesn't actually take power. So I had to shift some stuff around here to make it work. But I think I have it. I think I have it working now. So this is gonna have to connect up that way, which is a little bit ugly, but it's fine. And then I'm going to have to run cabling up there to power that. It's not powering that way. How do I automate this? How do I automate this if it only connects on the top and bottom? I assume it only outputs on the top and bottom too. I guess I have no reason to really assume that without trying it. Let's see. Export bus? Import bus, rather? No way that works. I mean, okay, well, it's not powered right now. Let me go ahead and power it in some type of way. Okay, so it's powered. That did not just work. Oh my god. Okay, well. I guess that's the that's the ticket then. Okay, well, I feel stupid. Oh, and this is really ugly now. There's definitely a better way to do this. Oh man, you know what? I'm leaving it for now. Because it's fine. It works. It will work and it's fine. So here's... Oh my god, it won't because this is on the side of this. Oh, this is so bad now. Man. Because now this has to go. You know what I need to do to fix this is one of these deals. Wow. Just wow. Okay, so here's my thinking, right? This can just be an export bus. Oh god. Oh god, it's all falling apart. This can just be an export bus for silicon, because this is always going to be silicon, right? And it's just making the printed silicon. That's outputting up here to the bottom, and this is an export bus for redstone, because I'm always going to want redstone there. For the other slot, it can just be whatever comes from these, and I don't want to make these export buses because, you know, I want to be able to easily turn them on and off. And there's a redstone card that you can use to make them redstone toggleable. This takes signalum, which is, like, not insane, I guess, but... you know, I guess I can make it now actually, but it's not something I don't like the idea of doing that anyway. I would rather just say I want to make a stack of whatever circuit. Let me just throw a stack of ingredients in here and have that work. So I think this way it's going to work fine. As long as I just set this up correctly here. And oh no. Oh no. Okay. I really did not foresee this being as ugly as it is. Wow. Okay, well, it's fine. I just need to disable the right connections here. It's there and there, so it's only coming out of there, there, and there, and it's going into the top here. I think that should do it. I just need servos on all those to pull them out. God almighty. Okay. And then, of course, rather than do anything crazy with the ducts, I just have an import bus coming out from the ultimate output here. So let's make a single diamond circuit and make sure everything works the way it's intended. So put that in the hopper. Hopper goes in there. We'll make the engineering press. It should come out of here in any second now. There we go. And that should flow up. The only place it can go is to the top of here, which is already has the other 2 ingredients waiting. And yeah, so I mean, I didn't do a very good job designing this whole thing, but it works. It works, and that's what matters. So there we go. And then that should end up going into the drawer because of the priority stuff. So I currently have 1, and in just a moment here, there's some more silicon. Maybe I only had 1. Maybe I had none before. I think I actually, yeah. It came in there before, yeah, just to make sure. Engineering. Oh, no, I have 19. Okay, excellent. So I'm not sure why that is because The drawers should have higher priority. I put a high priority on the storage bus, but regardless, let's just do that. And I can't even get in there now. Okay, well, that was all pretty poorly executed, but there we go. It's set up now, and I have my processor station back. I may refactor this a little bit because it sucks very badly right now. But again, it works. It works the same as it did before, if not a little better. So honestly, that's fine. And that's plugging away, making charged Certus. I'm pretty happy with that. How many channels is that whole thing using? Like 5? Exactly 5. Hey. Not that that was a super hard thing to estimate there. Anyway, yeah. If anybody knows a better way to make sure that things are going into the drawers first, because I do have a high priority set on the storage bus. I thought that was how to do it, but apparently it's not how to do it. Let's just see. Let's see if we can't make like some mana dust before we end here. Should be able to, right? Not going to be that difficult. So at thermal. So I have a bunch of pyrotheum. That's fine. So I need more petrothium and aerothium, and I also need more blizz stuff. So I'll crush up some of those. And I will grab, I have some redstone on me already. I need some snowballs, and I need some niter, and I also need some, oh god, what is it? It's sulfur for pyrotheum. Niter, pulverized obsidian is the other one. So I think this is the only thing that blizz powder is good for, pretty much. I mean, there's like potion stuff. I can turn some of it back into a thing. But yeah, potion stuff I'm not worried about, so let's just go ahead and make a whole stack of those, which worked out pretty well. And hopefully these are finished up by now. Yep. Get some base salts in. Salts. Blitz powder. Blitz powder. Oh, it's stuck in the. Oh, it's not stuck, but it's going through the pipes here. All right, so that's getting imported. It's all working as intended. It's just a little bit slow of a system, which normally is not too detrimental, but just right now it's not super mental. That's fine. Let's just sleep. One thing I'm going to do between episodes, I think, as well, is just around my. I don't think we need a roof, but around the whole base, other than the water, I guess, around like the landlocked parts, I'm going to put just a pretty tall glass wall, and maybe I'll even make it out of that glass, the ethereal glass, I think it's called, that you can pass through but mobs can't. Just so I don't get like zombies and stuff walking in. You know, it's all chunk claimed, but because I built it right on a chunk, so you can see these are actually not chunk claimed. I could just claim that chunk, but I don't know. Chunk claiming is a little cheaty anyway, I think. Well, it's not cheaty, but I mean, it makes things way easier. Right, so should be able to make some of this now. And there's the base salts. With the pulverized obsidian, we can make those. What was the other thing that's used for? Ring of haste. It's actually additions. Yeah, I know there's a lot of cool stuff you can do with this stuff here. Excited to get into it. I think that's much later, but in any case, the only other thing we need here is some more RF powder. I'm never going to learn the difference between RF powder and GP powder, but that's all right. So get my dusts here. And then one last time, how do you make this? So diamond, redstone and glowstone, crushed black. Oh no, that's how you make more of this. Wait, go back. Right, okay, yes. Bronze, bottle of enchanting, thermal conductor. Okay, and I'll just go ahead and make as much of this as I possibly can. So do I actually have any bronze? I mean, I have some bronze ingots that, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and crush up because I'm not using them for anything else, I don't think. But do I have pulverized copper or pulverized tin? I do not. Okay. I have 12 bottles of enchanting. Oh, sorry, 42, which is more than I thought. Which is good. So I'll wait for the bronze blend there, and I'll make a bunch of GP powder. And I got some of this bronze blend here. I only got 4, but I'm only going to be able to use 4 anyway, so might as well. So then here, this gets you 2 each too, which is not bad. The shift clicking doesn't work, of course, because you have the, you know, non-consumable. There's 8, which is great. I've heard also you can put mending. I say I've heard, somebody commented, so thank you for that. You can put mending on these, you know, durability crafting tools. So there was this, and there was another thing with 256 uses. Is that going to be searchable? I wonder. No, I guess not. But it said it in the tooltip. I forget what it was for, but yeah, you can put mending on them, and then you only have to ever make one. This one isn't too expensive. Like, it's really not that bad. I guess the moonstones are a little expensive, but overall it's not that bad. So, you know, for 800 crafts, it's pretty cheap. So I don't know if it's really going to be something that is going to necessitate mending, but I mean, if I have the typesetting table by that time, then might as well. This is going to be kind of hard because the crystalline brown slime is pretty, you know, it's here. I'm pretty sure that's what this is, but we got a lot to do before we get here. And I think my main goal through all of this stuff is to get to the RF Tools Builder, which I've heard is just a huge upgrade. I'm not 100% sure what it does, but that's going to be what I'm rushing towards. But yeah, in any case, let's focus on the now. There's going to be 4 mana dusts. It feels like so much material goes into making those. So many resources, but I mean, it's worth it, right? You can make a lot of stuff out of them. Most importantly, these mithril ingots, which are going to be our gateway into industrial, what is it? Industrial foregoing, right? And then you also can use it to make the heart canister, so I may be doing that as well. But in any case, I'm just going to clear out my inventory here a bit and go ahead and claim some of the rewards and then sign off here. So what did we get for all our hard work here? 8 more RF powder, which is nice. We got a pyroconvective loop for the Magma Crucible. Let's see what that actually does. So, oh wow, you can just melt stone right into lava. That's crazy. Okay, that's really good. That's really good. It being a specialization, yeah, only lava can be created, so we can't just upgrade it with this. It's going to be like a side grade kind of thing. But whenever we need a bunch of lava, that's going to be a really good way to do it. Basically, we're just getting it for some power, right? Because cobblestone is pretty much free. Yeah, cobblestone. I just wanted to make sure it was cobblestone and not stone. Yeah, so that's really good. So I'll definitely put that to good use. I need to figure out a good fluid storage system. I'll look into some options because I know we have these drums, which these drums hold 256 buckets, which isn't crazy. And then these drums hold 4096 buckets, I think, which is crazy, but then they take a pretty crazy amount of resources. But the Demon Lord ingots, you know, it's really not that bad. Just some Osco Lapis. You know, it's ultimately not that much. So for how much storage it is, I think I'll make a couple of those and kind of see about that. And yeah, we got the absorption hopper last time. Got some more mob grindium for that, which is all good. Some Constantan gears back, which I'm not sure what else they're used for, but more creosote, which, as always, is a better reward for the bucket than for what's in it. For this, I will go ahead and... So let me take a look at these powders, because here's the thing about these powders, right? You can make the powders with the fluid transposer just by filling an ingredient with liquid XP, which liquid XP we have plenty of, right? So you can make that by filling snowballs, which is pretty easy. You can make this by filling niter, which is a bit harder to get, and you can make this by filling pulverized obsidian, which is pretty easy to get. So I'm going to go ahead and take the blizz powder as the reward, because to me that's blitz, rather. To me that's the hardest one to come by. 12 Osglow Lapis is pretty big as well. So that was a pretty huge boon of rewards there. But yeah, I think we're ready to sign off here for today. Tomorrow, we made some decent progress, I guess, today. Well, I mean, a lot of it was you know, getting that set up, I guess. But, you know, it's always good. It's always good to have. Getting the charger automated there, you know, I can just let that run. I can get a bunch of, that's running really fast too. Wow. I can get a bunch of charged up Certus, and then I use that to make Fluix, and then we can run Fluix cable all along the factory, and then I have all this stuff here set up, and we're getting so much platinum and all this, and very cool stuff coming down the pipe. But for now, if you made it this far, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you on the next one. Bye.